I've come to the home of fabulous fashion to meet a man I find it hard to see eye to eye with, not just about clothes. At 6'7", Stephen Merchant is quite literally a comedy giant.
Hello. Do you work here? Because I'm looking for scarves. How are you? All right? Nice to see you.
Very well, thank you. Very nice to see you.
Yes, this is
very... it is lovely.
I've heard rumour that you're not a fan of people like myself, the new breed of showbiz, that's a little underdressed.
Well,
You can feel free.
You could certainly do better than you've done for me. But that's perfectly lovely for the day. But I wouldn't want to come and see you in a club at night, see you come out on the stage and you're like that.
You expect there to be a sense of performance, I guess, a sense of showmanship.
That's right.
Right, yeah.
A sense of little bit of pizzazz. Andrew? I plan to take Stephen out of his casual comfort zone and into an outfit as stylish as his comedy. Sorry to pull you away from whatever you were doing. We thought we'd start with trying to buy a pair of trousers.
Something in the Corbett mode.
Perfect idea.
All
right.
I remember as a kid, the only place that ever had clothes that fitted me, it's a shop called High and Mighty. There'd probably be no reason for you to pop in there. You might have passed it, but you wouldn't have thought that's naturally my place for me. But the thing about High and Mighty, High implies very tall people.
Yes.
But Mighty, and I've looked at the other customers, is gargantuanly fat people. Why is the very tall and the very fat, why have we been paired up together?
I know.
That's not two sides of the same coin.
That's right.
It should be me and very small people. So
Yes.
I've always been very... So aside
what would that be called? The high and the titchy.
The high and the titchy, yeah. You can imagine the two of us, perhaps as models in the window, in the photo campaign. Oh, goodness me.
Oh, I think they look very good, don't they?
I feel like Pretty Woman.
Yes, that's what it is like.
I'm not going to sleep with you, though, later.
Despite all the difficulties of dress, Stephen and I have both taken full comic advantage of our unconventional statures.
Andy,
What are you doing?
come in here. It's all kicking off in here.
I'm not coming in there, no.
Come in here.
What are you doing? What? What's going on? Who's that?
What's going on in there?
I don't want to catch you doing stuff in there, by the way, when the security people come in. It was your fault.
Why was it my fault?
Well, because they saw your head over the cubicle door.
They saw your head under the cubicle door, but there's no point in arguing amongst ourselves.
Well, Corbett. It's always bloody Corbett.
Oh,
All right.
very, very smart, yes.
Is it drawing unnecessary attention to the legs?
I've been striving for that amount of leg most of my life. I
wasn't trying to rub it in, by the way, I didn't.
No. I think they look very smart.
I feel Corbettized, and that's a compliment.
Of course, as well as being a brilliant performer and now a hot style icon, Stephen is an exceptional writer. Together with his comic partner, Ricky Gervais, he penned both The Office and Extras.
I found these on my shelf still. Look at this. The Two Ronnies sketchbook.
Oh my God.
The best of the Two Ronnies, the Two Ronnies annual.
Oh.
Which I used to look at these sorts of books religiously because they had the scripts for those sketches in them, and it was my way of teaching myself how it was done.
Yes.
You know, even at a young age, I became interested in the role of the writer.
Well, of course, at that stage, the Two Ronnies were being written by all the boys who eventually were writing Python.
Extraordinary. Yeah, absolutely extraordinary.
Of all the writing geniuses who provided us with material, there was one whose work shone through.
I was wondering if you could sign these and I could pop them on eBay.
A complete unknown who sent in a stream of excellent sketches, but was apparently too shy to let us meet him.
Because I've always heard legend of it, but I never quite heard the proper story. The mysterious Gerald Wiley.
Oh, right. We did this sketch in the waiting room, doctor's waiting room, and Ronnie said, you ought to try and buy that from Gerald Wiley because it'd be excellent when you do your summer shows. So my agent rang up and said, what does Gerald Wiley want for this? And he said, well, about $3,000.
That must have been a lot of money.
It was a lot of money. So Ron said, £3,000, what a bloody cheek. And then a message came to me to say, Gerald Wiley is going to give you the rights for the sketch in perpetuity for those. I said, well, Ronnie, isn't that lovely? And in the afternoon, Ronnie knocked on my dressing room door and said, I feel out of honour. I have to tell you that I am Gerald Wiley.
You had no idea?
I had no idea.
You didn't even realise that he had an urge to write?
I knew he was quite a good tinker, I think, but not in the major way he turned out. Ronnie wrote many of our most celebrated sketches, including Four Candles, and it was always a particular joy to perform something that he'd created. Has all your writing been with Ricky, or...?
All of my successful writing has been with Ricky. We sort of always feel like we're a double act, even though people don't necessarily think of us as one.
No, that's right. Stephen met Ricky at a London radio station when he was taken on as Ricky's assistant.
I sent my CV in, and I think, I've always joked that I think it must have been the first one on the pile. Right. He went, this will be fine, and he hired me, and we just hit it off, really.
Very good.
I mean, it's one of those things where, as I'm sure when you first got paired up with Ronnie B, there's sort of a synchronicity that happens. You think, what if we hadn't met, you know?
Yeah,
it's sort of fortuitous. I think at the time he was quite lazy. Yeah. I was a bit more sort of go-getting and ambitious, and I think those two things kind of fused together.
It's the same story for every partnership. Different lives need to intersect at precisely the right time. I mean, the one Ronnie doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
Cheers to you.
Thank you for your
time.
For being
a huge inspiration to me.
Thank you very much. And
say
best
something nice
wishes
about me.
For the new...
Just say something nice about me now.
Oh, you're looking very smart.
Thank you very much. Again, down to you.